Hello, everybody. It's Tuesday, April 25th, 2023. Bryce Castillo navigating you, escorting you in and out of the green room the whole night long. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to the pre-show of the Great Night program. Hope you're having a good Tuesday with us. Coming up, we got a show for you. We got some stories. We got a game today. We got a new game. We'll see how this game goes. I'm a little sketchy on the game, but I think the game will be fun. We got plenty of stories. We got a green room coming up for you, but I want to remind you that you can support us over at Patreon, patreon.com/greatnight, where you can throw us a couple of bucks and you can get our bonus podcast, The Bones. It is so fun. Get access to the Diamond Lounge, get email updates, get an RSS feed with no login at all. Don't you love it? Don't you know it? Don't you know it and love it? That's what's coming up for you on patreon.com/greatnight. Coming up, we got a story about monkeys, right? Don't we have a monkey story? Yeah, we did. We got a story about monkeys. We got a story about cards coming up. We got a story about the internet, about social media. I'm just now realizing that one of our hosts is not in the green room, so maybe I'll just vamp just a little bit longer as I show up.
Hey, man, I'm here. I'm not chopped liver.
Well, I just don't want to toss to you if it's empty over there. Or if you're all alone.
I'm a man. I got flesh and blood and bone.
Well, I believe that was not in question.
About whether or not I'm made of flesh and blood and blown.
Blown. Yeah.
Whether or not it's the blown trone.
The blown.
Trone blown.
From blown.
Yeah.
Where's the man?
I don't know. I'm here, man. I'm ready. I'm doing. I don't know. I probably in the bathroom. My assumption is he is in the bathroom and he is taking care of some bathroom stuff, and that'll be that.
Okay.
But in the meantime, we're just having a good time. It's a party central here in the green room. Everyone's all my friends are laughing. They're right off camera.
Oh yeah, I see them.
It's a crazy party. You can't because they're off camera. But boy, oh geez, it's going nuts in here. I
can vamp a little longer if you.
Have you seen any cool movies?
No, I like the Dungeons and Dragons movie was pretty good.
That was actually in the theater that we did We're Not Wrong last night at the Alamo. That was the movie that played beforehand.
Oh, no kidding.
And I was happy that it was like playing the song. You know what? Actually, I was into, maybe it's because of Dungeons and Dragons that I watched the new Super Troopers movie.
Oh, how was that?
Quasi. It's fun. It's a good time.
Nice. Is that streaming? Is that a streaming thing?
Yeah, it's on Hulu. It's on Hulu, but yeah, if you like Broken Lizard, you like the Super Troopers guys. It's a medieval version. I'm glad they went with a historical one,
yeah,
and not a magic fantasy kind of thing. Especially having seen Dungeons and Dragons, where it's like, oh, okay, that's kind of why magic comedy fantasies don't work. You kind of got to take the world seriously and not be making a joke about, like, oh, the wizard farted.
Yeah,
like a real person. A real person can fart.
I've got a question for another real person over here, Brett Weaver. Do wizards fart?
Yes, and precisely never too much or too little, but when they do, it's right on time.
Yeah. Okay. There you go.
Just the right amount.
Yeah. They certainly love being the exact right amount guys, huh?
That's exactly what they are.
But they just don't want to be challenged. They're kind of divas, wizards.
Yeah.
Right.
They're like the rock stars of the fantasy world. Like they have pyro. They have long hair.
Yeah.
They've
LED wall.
probably been around a while. Like they're just they got a lot of arrogance to them.
That's why Hogwarts is so fucked up.
Yep. They smoke
This
that
fucking
pipe weed.
Hogwarts, man.
You been to Hogwarts lately, Justin? How's Hogwarts doing over there?
I went to the station. They like have a big thing.
The platform 5 3/4, whatever.
9 triple D or whatever. Yeah, I went there. I mean, I guess I've been to the Hogwarts at Universal Studios. You ever been to that?
I've never been to Universal Studios. Brett, have you been to
I've
Universal?
been to Universal Studios, but it wasn't Hogwarts. It was Lord of the Rings when I went there.
Oh.
Wait, what?
And
That must have been a while ago.
yeah,
Wait, no. Lord of the Rings was never at Universal Studios.
Oh yeah, that's a Warner property.
wait a minute. So then, what was the big stump bar thing?
Dump.
Wait, you go to Orlando?
Yeah,
Then that's Harry Potter.
but this was before Harry Potter.
How wait, what do you mean before Harry Potter?
Like before the movies or before the park?
But before the park.
Well, it couldn't be Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
It almost certainly couldn't be, right?
But there was a big structure that was a bar, but it was a huge stump like a tree, and there was the double dragon ride that was there.
Oh shit! All right, so that's Islands of Adventure.
There we
It
go.
was a literal nondescript fantasy world.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Islands of Adventure opened, and they had some of it was IP and some of it wasn't. Where that was like literally just this nondescript Bobo ass Adventureland that had dueling dragons. It also had some kind of Sinbad's thing.
I thought Islands of Adventure was the entire park, right?
It was.
Yes.
And then there were, I don't remember the name of that one, the one that eventually became the Harry Potter land or whatever. Because there was Marvel Superheroes Land, there
Yes.
was Dr. Seuss
There was
Land.
Dr. Seuss, there was Jurassic Park, and then there was King Cartoons.
Yes.
Those were the IP ones. And then there were a few that either they tried to get IP and they couldn't, or they were just like, fuck it, we need more lands. And one of them was a dog shit fantasy one, and the other was a like more action adventure-y
Tell you what,
kind
man,
of thing.
Dueling Dragons was fucking dope.
When Dueling Dragons was good, it was the shit. It was awesome. And then people started throwing shoes and pennies at each other.
Oh no, because you were dueling dragons.
Because you would go up and it was like you were dangling from below.
Punch each other mountain.
Yes.
Apparently not the best idea.
So it turns out that like if you ever want to go on awesome rides, you have to go on them in the first year. And preferably in the first few months, because people will start getting fucking hurt.
I'll vouch for that, because like we talked about it on the show about how I was genuinely flummoxed by the fact that you had nothing less than the best experience ever with Rise of the Resistance, and you pointed out like, well, you were there, Brian, in the first few months.
Yeah.
I was there a couple of years in. And
that ride is very acting dependent.
Oh my gosh! And to be honest, like the reason I loved it was not just because of the magic trick where you get busted out of jail, but also for the fact that there was a legitimate excuse for people to say, "Oh my God, you've got to be safe! Please show me that all of your seatbelts are tight." And like, it was great. It was great, and I totally believe that that lasts only so long.
Yeah, because then somebody gets hurt when the false wall blows out, right? And then so like when I was there, they were like, "Whatever you do, don't lean on that wall." And it's like, oh, I wonder where they're gonna fucking bust us out of jail. And, then
No, experiencing it before they knew what problems to solve for.
now I will say this:
It was fucking amazing. I will never, ever, not in a million years, forget what it looked like to be looking at my wife and over her shoulder see somebody melting, cutting with a laser through the wall. It was amazing. Do you want me to press the button?
where's the goddamn thing?
I don't know. I'm kind of enjoying this
the
whole
white remote.
visual motif.
Yeah, but there we go. Okay,
Yeah.
it worked. You want to know what was the most dangerous ride at Islands of Adventure when it first opened?
Hold on. Was it the one where you drink a lot of alcohol and then walk around Islands of Adventure?
No, Islands of Adventure doesn't have that same reputation as
Universal.
Universal.
They had
No, as Epcot. Epcot has the reputation of drinking around the world, which is weird because Universal is far more alcohol permissive than Disney ever was.
During Halloween Horror Nights, they had to dial back. They used to like actively hire a bunch of attractive 20-somethings to go around
body shots?
or just to give
Jello
people
shots,
like
yeah.
Exactly. Oh, you need a vial of Dr. Mummy's shot bag.
Dr. Mummy, you just get giggle poison.
Giggle poison.
So the most dangerous ride was Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls.
Yeah, it does. Oh, hold on. That is about as surprising as if you were about to say Professor Murder's Buzzsaw Blade-a-thon.
So Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls was basically their version of a log flume ride. They had their Splash Mountain competitor with Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's like...
Which, by the way, was
Splash Mountain, but a T-Rex pops out at the end.
Yeah.
Although at one point somebody got sprayed with fucking hydraulic oil from the T-Rex. So that was dangerous then. That's another fun theme park story. But Dudley Do-Right's Ripsaw Falls was so regularly knocking people's teeth out because they didn't have seatbelts in it because it was like a regular ass log flume, but it was way taller than a normal, like, Busch Gardens kind of like log flume. That people were coming down and with so much force when they hit the water, hitting their face into each other, the back of each other's heads, that they were losing teeth, that they had to install little seatbelt things.
How much would it cost to get some of them teeth? Like, I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm that creepy, but like, there's a few spots around here where I feel like a little bucket.
It was like, oh, what? Alejandro sent you? Yeah, I can get you some teeth. What do you want? Vintage do-rights?
There was a brief moment, I think it was in Disneyland in Anaheim, the original Disneyland, where I was doing Pirates of the Caribbean, and because everyone's a dipshit, like all of the boats just bumped up against each other, and you were stuck for like an uncomfortable 15-20 minutes of, flames and, possible sexual assaults and stuff at the peak of chaos. And we were just sitting there for, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And I thought to myself, what if those were real flames? I was like, well, then I'd just go to the exit, which are...
Where are the exits, by the way?
And then I was like, yeah, no, I genuinely don't know where the exits are. And I know there's a non-zero chance of getting electrocuted if I hop out of this boat. Yeah. So about this definite, warehouse room that I'm trapped in and can't move and have no escape from, might have gotten a little bit spun up in that moment.
Wait, what ride was this again?
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Oh, yeah.
Yo ho, you're trapped here. Don't worry, we were raping women, but no more. Now we have women selling men. Yeah. Then everything's different and we win. Anyway, you're still right here, trapped in a boat with all your fears. You cannot detect an escape. Whoopsie doodle in your face.
Yo ho, it's for me. Oi, Buccaneer. That is funny when they have to do like very serious, legally required statements, but like in the characters' voices. It's like, hey, mate, it's me, Peter. Just make sure that you follow the lighted signs to the clearest exit.
Yeah, that is one of those weird things where it's like I had no doubt in that moment that there was a bajillion cameras on me. I also had no doubt that if the power went out, then lighted signs would show me the way out. But man, we just sat there long enough that I was like, what if I just wanted to leave? There's literally no way to leave.
There's no way.
Yeah.
You are swimming.
It would be
through-
more
or-
dangerous
I mean, I guess
to
like,
get
like,
out of the
it's-
boat
yeah.
and to walk through the water over there. And then
'Cause you don't even know
to,
where
to
you're
an
going.
exit where
Yeah.
I don't even know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly. For all I know, like some robot arm's going to swing around and, clock me in the leg.
What if you got hit by a real cannon? Well, there's that one cannon that we still fire for once a day in Walt's memory, and you just happen to be walking. Boom.
Smash cut to the witness stand. So you have one cannon that actually has a cannonball. Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. And it has loaded with gunpowder. Yes, Your Honor. Why? It's like, you never know.
To find a new host. Meanwhile, slow zoom in on Brian as he is dressed like Walt Disney and he's shaved in a mustache.
Oh
It's
my
his
God.
reincarnation property.
No, it was I don't often get claustrophobic, or I don't often just want to run outside of a thing, but felt it a little bit that time. Have you ever had that?
I don't know if I've ever gotten like stopped for a long amount of time. I will say I have gotten stopped on Pirates of the Caribbean a lot, but never for a significant. It's always just like, whoa, Buccaneers, there's ships. Hang tight. And then eventually you just start moving again.
You ain't ever had that where it's like I got to be out of here. Like what is the most claustrophobic you've ever felt? Because I know my story.
Yeah, tell your story.
Well, there was a time, and it was I forget which month it was, but it was a time that I was taking an entire month off from alcohol, and somebody encouraged me to do an edible, and I climbed into a tube that flew into the sky at 35,000 feet, and I thought, I'm trapped here, high as a kite, wishing I wasn't.
Trapped or high?
I was both. I was
You
literally.
just wish
and-
you were both.
Yeah.
You were back on the ground in open skies and sober as a priest.
Would have taken that deal if it was offered. What about you?
Oh, I love that shit. That shit was great. Man, that was awesome. No, we had such a fun night. We were delayed.
Turns out that we figured out how to. We discovered the Philosopher's Stone, how to transfer or translate non-alcoholic beer into actual beer.
Hey, Brian, when you're this high, it's beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was fun. We were hanging out, and then we were in the Austin bar, and there was this cool ass lady who works at.
She works at Casino El Camino. Yeah. She's oh man, it was actually so wholesome for me to be like, you see somebody who's like classic Gen X, 1992 Lollapalooza, and you meet them at a place, at a dive bar like Casino El Camino, and of course you're like, yeah, this is so exactly in character or whatever. But then, like, I was so happy to see her at the airport because I'm like, you have health insurance.
Yes.
This is great.
This is amazing. Yeah. Well, then she left, and some other dude came in, and he put on like some jam band shit. And Brian and I are on edibles, and we're
Fucking
like
75 years. We spent 75 years. Like, hey, is the song that long
this
for
song
you?
still fucking going? And we're like, yeah, this shit is still going. It's like,
my God.
we're the target audience. Like, if it sucks for us, it sucks for everybody.
It was a very long song.
And it was just like some fucking like off-brand thievery corporation, like boom. But for 75 minutes, like,
really
it was so fucking long.
And it was so long that like I as the less experienced of the two psychonauts, I turned to Justin. I'm like, hey, it's not just me, right?
Yeah, this song's still fucking going. And it's like, yeah, it is. It's still going.
Oh
man.
my God, it was amazing. And then we got on and then the moment we landed, we got into an Uber, and Justin, being more experienced than Brian, just was like, "Yeah, let's do a podcast." You're like, "Anyway, man, so what about this?" Ha ha. And I'm like, I could talk. It was challenging.
I can talk to.
I can.
I'm here for talking.
Hi, hello.
Yeah, there was the dude in where were we? Lubbock.
Oh, I know. Do you want me to say exactly what it was?
Well, sure. Yeah.
Hey, man, Brian. This is Brian. He's gonna talk to William Shatner tomorrow. Brian.
Well, all right. I guess I was a chatty cat.
You sure were, man.
I don't know, man. I like to talk.
No, I was in awe of it until I was handed the mic, and then all of a sudden I got real confused. I was like, "How does words?"
Darren's girlfriend Eva was yelling at both of us on Thursday when you guys came over to hang out and sing karaoke, and she was like, "You guys hang out every Wednesday, and now you're just sitting by yourself and talking." And I was just like, "Yeah, I like to talk." I was like, I like talking to like 11 people, and that's it.
That was a good time, man. That was a good group of 11 people.
Yeah, no, it was all killer. It was all killer, no filler, man. Everybody was fucking awesome.
Your pad is fucking dope now. I know it cost a little bit of money to set up, like, I'm certain there's a architectural word for it, or landscaping word, but like all of those
The pavers.
yeah, dude, whatever those steps are and everything, it's fucking amazing.
No, it looks good now. We have a house. This fucking Travis County certainly likes it to the tune of $70,000 more in appraisals.
Whatever. They think everything's worth $1 billion.
I know, right?
Hey, man, you're great. Your house is worth a mint. Also, we would like to tax you for owning a mint.
It's like, motherfucker, I was okay with you hitting me up when my Zillow number was high, but now my Zillow number isn't even high.
Way low.
You're just
Way low.
You're just lying. Like, why are you just like, where do you get off just lying about, like, because I know that the Zillow number is very, very tightly tied to what shit's selling for.
There's one thing that we've not said out loud, and I think it's because we're hi Brett, by the way. I think it's because we're all afraid of jinxing it, but isn't it nice how cool it's been this late into the spring? Now? Because I know it's going to end. It's about to end.
Yeah.
Like we're about to kiss May, and it's still like high of 77, low of 49.
It got cooler.
Yeah,
like
right?
There was a period where you're like, here comes fucking late March.
Here it comes.
It's creeping on up to
latest
90.
of all the
Here
Marches.
We go. And then it was like, no, April's gonna be fucking cool and a little bit rainy. We're actually in a little rain and just to.
And I still have wildflowers growing in my front yard. I haven't mowed that part down yet.
I still have wildflowers in my 10-disc CD changer by Tom Petty.
You belong among the wildflowers.
It's not the same thing.
What?
It's not.
No, one's a CD, the other's an organic life form.
One's beautiful poetry, the other's fucking weed.
Garbage, flower, weeds, bullshit, weed, Texas weeds, whatever.
Jesus' plaque. Gross.
Stuff for you to poop in.
Yeah. Dog shit liner.
Question.
Fuck flowers.
Did you say Jesus is black or it's
what
Jesus is plaque?
Jesus is plaque.
Oh, thank goodness. Okay.
But he might be.
Oh my God. Could you imagine being Jesus's dentist? Like, how would you respect the Son of God? He's like, while you
looking great.
Want to admonish the fact that he clearly is not brushing twice a day.
Dude, imagine like the dentist is in there and he's like, hey, are you flossing? And Jesus is like, yes. And you're like,
I mean, it looks. Look, you're 33. You have your whole life ahead of you, I assume.
I'm gonna tell your dad.
Yeah.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, you're in trouble.
You're in trouble,
And
my
then
man.
Jesus flips the chair. Then he gets out and he just flips that chair.
This is a house of. I got to get up in the morning. I don't have time.
Real quick, to anybody who's not a paid subscriber at patreon.com/great night, you missed out on one of the greatest bits we've ever conceived of. And that is how Justin and I pray. Brett, are you familiar?
I am not familiar.
Well,
I don't think I'm familiar. Lots happened between then and now.
Justin confessed.
Oh, Jesus Christ. No.
Oh, here we go.
We can't go back. That's for the patrons.
Justin has a very specific way that he prays.
No.
I have
Oh,
a plussed up version of how Justin prays.
This lives beyond the paywall. It should not.
Well, then leave it there. Leave it right there. Then people will go to.
We can't.
No,
tease
but
it.
they won't. They won't. They won't. I feel
I
like
said without hesitation, say the N-word, but I only do it when in referring to God silently in my prayers. So I say, God
gets down on his knees.
Oh yeah,
crosses
on my knees,
his
like with my
fingers.
little elbows on my mattress, and I have my fingers
Slightly.
steepled, and I just go, my N-word. And then Brian added,
I am but a simple R word.
And God's up there going, I will allow it. I will allow it.
you can't
The
invade
bones,
my
man.
prayers,
That's right.
Biden.
Patreon.com.
Don't you do it, Biden.
Great night.
Don't you take my prayers away.
Don't you do it.
Don't you do it, Joe Biden. Don't you pray to God that way.
Do you think we should offer, now that he's running again, that we should offer that bit to the Biden campaign?
I'll tell you what. Actually, hold on.
Do it. And it should be Kamala saying that. Don't you
jeez.
do it.
That might be. Maybe that's funnier.
Okay, here's what's great about this bit.
Yeah.
Is that who can disagree with it? Like, whether you're Republican, whether you're Democrat, whether you're independent, you name it, we all agree on one thing. Joe Biden,
Don't you
get your back licked. Don't you do it.
No.
Don't you get your back licked, Joe Biden. Oh, God damn it, Joe Biden.
Don't you do it.
Can we have like signs and shirts made?
Don't you do it.
Don't get your back licked.
No, it's gonna be just on the front, gigantic block letters, like "Don't you do it," and then on the back, the same size black letters, "Get your back licked," and then just Joe Biden's face superimposed on both sides,
like a faded, almost like
Biden.
the was the Church of
Latter-day Saints.
You're talking about Bob.
Bob,
Yeah. The
Subgenius.
Subgenius,
Church
yeah.
of the Subgenius.
Yeah.
Yes, but it's Biden's face.
And it just says,
Bob.
"Don't you get your back licked,
Don't you get your back licked.
Joe Biden? Don't you do it?
Don't you do
You
Joe Biden,
Don't you do it. That was actually in his platform this morning. He's gonna get his back licked.
Oh, he's like, hey, first thing, come on.
Come on, man. Come on, man. What's wrong? Just get your. Sometimes your back is a little bit dry.
Listen
Come on,
here.
man. Yeah.
I'm gonna get my back licked.
That's right. And no more malarkey.
My dad said to me, he said, Joey, get your back licked.
That's right.
It's America. That back's dry.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Moisten it up.
What do you? But Dad, how do I? Hey,
Joey,
how do I do it?
Joey.
What do I do?
And then my mom said, God love him. Lick that boy's back.
ladies and gentlemen, joining us live on stage, William Shatner, Doug Flutie, this 15-year-old girl. We're going to play America's favorite gubernatorial game. Who's getting their back licked? Nobody knows what the answer is going to be, but let me spin this wheel. Oh, wow. Says me. Whoops.
Are you Brian or Joe Biden?
I'm Joe Biden.
Oh.
And Shatner's like, I'll do it.
Don't you do it, Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
Don't you do it.
That was a crazy surprise on the William Shatner thing, is when he talked about going to space and his overall takeaway was,
It sucks.
I went to space. Fuck. No. Send me back home.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah. It was bad. He didn't like it.
I had that thing. I think I mentioned that once before. I was going, oh yeah, William Shatner's never been to space. I did.
Except for
I
now,
know he's an
yes.
actor, but you all your life you think, okay, that's Captain Kirk, and then they didn't actually.
Yeah. No, they didn't go to space.
They didn't go to
They were
space.
just shooting at a television show.
Sure. I mean, yes.
Televised space.
Sure.
Yeah. What's
They
next?
never actually left Earth.
No.
They never left Earth.
Tom and Jerry never met.
Not even they're not even real.
What about the hammer?
Well, unless it's the original singing group of Paul Simon and Art Garfunkel.
Oh, I remember that.
Tom and Jerry.
What was their number one hit song?
Ooh, I'm playing guitar and harmonizing, and then it goes on from there.
Right, but then it got controversial, right?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm praying to my Lord, and I say, anyway.
Wow. That was the radio
You know
edit.
what?
That was the radio edit.
Yep, it was.
I dared you, and you accepted. That's fine.
Have you ever heard the song Slob on My Knob by 3 6 Mafia?
Oh my God, have I ever?
Slob on my knob, like corn on the cob. Check in with me.
Oh, you
Then
know what?
Do your job. You ever heard that song?
No, I was thinking of
Suck a N-word's dick or something? That's another part of it?
Wesley Willis, Suck a Dog's Dick.
No, that's a different song.
That's a different song.
But I would be equally as surprised if that song played at the gym constantly.
Unlike this
An
song.
edited version of Slob on My Knob plays fucking constantly. Like at my gym, and I'm always like, so all right. There was this thing, they have this thing at Orange Theory called the Dry Try. It's like a fucking triathlon length thing that you do. And the coach texts me and is like, hey, everybody gets to add songs onto the playlist because a bunch of people do it at the same time. What songs do you want on the playlist? And I'm like, all right, I want Take It to the House by Trick Daddy. I want a Too Short song. And then Blow the Whistle by Too Short. And then I'm like, I want Slump on My Knob by 3 6 Mafia because I'm just thinking of songs that I've heard at that gym. So it's on playlists that the coaches play all the time.
It's already there.
I'm not trying to ask for fucking crazy shit, but also it was very clear that he was not aware that whatever that is titled, like in the radio edit version, like is Slop on My Knob because he was just like, ha ha. And I was like, okay, but what about? And so they played the other two.
Play it?
No, it already happened.
Oh.
They played the other two. Slob on My Knob did not get played.
Oh, you're a better person than me because I would have done like Cats in the Cradle. I would have done
for abs.
Revolution 9.
Yeah.
I would have done
Number
that
9,
techno
number
remix that's 9 minutes long from Blade, the soundtrack.
Yep.
And I would have done the audio only edit of what's his name at the beginning of Reservoir Dogs, talking about how you break people's fingers to get them to do what you want.
I would have done the audio book of It Takes a Village by Hillary Clinton as read by the author.
We could have just played 8 minutes 43 seconds. Is that the one where it's just silence? It's an orchestra. It's a piece it's an orchestral piece, but it's just a recording of them doing nothing. So it's just silence. So you can kind of hear stuff, but it's no playing.
How much money could we raise for charity if we were to encourage people to gamble
John Cage. Yeah.
about which of the three of us have the biggest areolas?
Oh, we're back to this.
Back?
Yeah.
As far as I know, it's the first time
This
it's
is the first
being
time we're
introduced.
talking about it.
Yeah.
I think you have the biggest areolas?
How much money do you think we could generate for charity to explore this?
I know everybody's voting for me, but
That's
it's
a
already
weird
started.
flex.
It's
weird
already started.
flex.
It's already started. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know who Juaten is, but Juaten. We could probably north of $400, I think.
Okay. Well, good thing we all hate charity.
Yep.
What about you, Brett? What is something that will surprise me that has happened to you over the last week?
It's been a boring week.
Yeah. Blessedly boring,
Yes,
I assume.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lovingly, quietly boring. There's nothing, just doing the work, getting the job. There was a question asked this morning or Monday morning that, they draw from the hat of questions that we all ask each other before the meeting starts. And the question was, what are two songs that you would, that you like to listen to get to pick up your mood? And everybody was very...
I know one of them. I don't know my other one.
Yeah.
Do you have one or two?
I have two.
You have two? Justin,
Yeah.
What about you? Like when you want to get pumped and you're being greedy and this is just for you, do you have two songs? Or
You guys go. Mine's lame. Well, no, I'll go first then. The one that I used to play before I would do comedy was the Kill Bill soundtrack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a great entrance.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty good. That's way good. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
For me, it's I guess if I was going to do two put together, it would be the first two tracks of Pendulum's "Hold Your Color," which is like it begins with this sort of spoken word poetry thing with epic kind of sweeping music behind it, and it's like he said, here we sit on a tiny spit of sand, but tonight. We're gonna. I forget what he says. That's why I listen to it.
Yeah.
And then there's this like heavy, thick, drums hit and the bass or the brass like bang, bam, 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 and it's like you feel 75 feet tall.
Yes.
Walking over all the little people who don't matter.
Yes.
What
And
about
that
you?
song to get you, the one that you said sounded like your introduction song to get you pumped up to go out.
No.
Are you talking about this is a song that you get excited
This is for
inside?
yourself. This is for yourself. Yeah.
I had a difference of philosophies with people that I used to do comedy with, where they would all do like kind of very like Zen, bring themselves down kind of
Right.
like rituals, and they would like gather in a circle and like Om chant or whatever. And I was like, no, like I am a berserker. Like I would just pace and I
Sure.
would listen to that shit and I would just get fucking
I mean,
psyched. And I would,
to be honest, you sound like Kendall Roy in the very first scene that we see him at the very beginning of Succession.
imagine
go.
that, but far less rich.
Well,
Yeah.
Far less rich.
but equally entitled.
Yes.
Sure. Yeah. No, I was ready to tackle the fucking sketch show at the Shine Auditorium.
Mine it's two. One if I just want to feel good, like and just pumped and glad that music exists. It is Snarky Puppy's song called Lingus. That is a 10-minute song with just the most insanely amazing keyboard solo with it, and the drummer is just they're so tight. It's so good. That's just if I want to get myself up. If I'm angry and I want to change my mood, I listen to Rata Mahata by Sepultura. That's one because it's in a language I don't know, and one guy sounds like a shaman, and the other guy just screams it, and at the end you can tell they're actually, instead of just being angry, they're having a great fucking time.
Yeah.
Okay, so allow me to correct the record. The pendulum song that gets me in the zone where it's like I don't care if anyone hears it, I just want to hear it myself is "Slam" by Pendulum. But you brought up an interesting idea of like, what if I want to kind of break my vibe and enter a different state? I think that might be the Humpty Dance.
Yeah.
Like I don't know that I could hear it very loud and not just get into
and it
a
could just
different
be that bass
headspace.
part. The
Yeah.
yeah.
Hey, Mission Control, Bryce, are you there? Yeah. I knew it.
There he is.
What about you? Do you have a secret song or two that you lean on to change your state?
Not in a good position to answer a question right now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I don't have one that I can think of off the top of my head.
Is it It's Automatic?
That was everyone got into that. Everyone really got into that.
Bryce was singing in Japanese. There's a song called
Automatic.
It's Automatic.
Oh, that's a different song.
Yeah. That's all I know of it.
Because I thought it was.
Because everything else that Bryce sings is in Japanese except for It's Automatic.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Bryce Castillo.
Hey.
Are you a fan? Are you a fan of P-Lander Z?
I know the name, but I don't know their music.
They've gone to many. They are like a superhero group from Japan that sing great songs in Japanese.
What's the right answer to a question when somebody asks you, are you a fan of, let's hypothetically say it's a band you don't know? Is the right answer, I've heard their name, but I don't know anything about them? Or is the right answer, I like their early stuff?
I mean,
The correct answer is fuck you.
Fuck off.
Fuck you for
Fuck
trying to
you.
entrap me in
Fuck
your artistic
you.
fucking roach
I liked
hotel.
them back when they were called the Tickle
Beatles.
House.
Tom and Jerry. I liked it back when they were called the Tickle House.
I just answer honestly.
Yeah. Like, no, I haven't heard of
Oh,
them.
look at you, emotionally healthy.
That's
Look at
Yeah, right.
you in the Tickle House.
Is that where you want to go with this?
Tickling who? Sorry, every time I look over, I see an etched sign that says the Tickle House.
Okay.
It's going to keep coming up.
You got 3 other things you can look at. Okay.
Nope.
Nope. He's thinking about the Tickle House now.
I only have eyes for Tickle House.
Yep.
Great.
I only have eyes.
Tickle House.
Bryce, what was the first concert you went to?
Oh, the first concert I went to? The answer's probably...
This is always fun.
The answer's probably Chicago, I think.
Oh,
my parents took me to go
whoa.
see Chicago when I was in like middle school or
horn
something.
work.
They were pretty good.
Yeah.
They were good. I was too young to really get it.
So you were just going with them because
Yeah.
they wanted to go see it? It
were
wasn't
just
like
going.
you were like, I love Chicago.
Yeah,
I'm young Bryce.
I have no thoughts about Chicago, but I think it was fine. But I was so young. It was like I couldn't. If I even remembered it, I probably wouldn't have even been able to process it
Yeah.
or give it like understanding.
When did you first see Chicago with Bryce's parents?
I felt bad when I saw Paul McCartney live because I got 2 blocks of tickets. One was a block of 6 tickets that was a few rows back, and then one was a block of 4 tickets that was closer to the front. And people who wanted to go included my parents, their friends, my friends, person I was dating at the time, and my brother. And then
Where is this? Set the scene.
Houston, Texas.
Houston?
Yeah. At the Astrodome or
Was it at the Astrodome?
No. I think it was at the Astrodome.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a lot of folks, right? And then it came time to parcel out the stuff, and then one of the people I wanted to invite was my manager at the movie theater that I worked at, and his significant other, and. Because he was more than 5 years older than me, I just assumed he belonged with my parents and their friends. Apparently, that was news to that person.
Yeah. Which which row were you sitting at?
Like 4 rows ahead of them.
Why did you have 2 blocks where?
Because
Where
it's
you're
hard to
so-
get fucking Sir Paul tickets.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it used to be almost fair to get them. You can get them in blocks, but that was that. And yeah.
Did you was this pre-online ticketing? Like, were you like waiting in a line?
Yeah, 92, I
So
think.
you're just like waiting there
Yeah.
in a line.
I
and
bought
they
a
open
bunch.
it
I
up.
was like,
Tickets are on sale now.
I would like to buy some. They're like, here's 6. I'm like, can
Do
I
you
buy
have a
more?
cashier's check?
Yep. No, pretty much, dude. This shockingly close. It was unreal.
A job I had, or no, this was part of an internship, I guess. But I was doing some reception for we had an arena in Norfolk, and so I was just manning the little They have like an inside reception, so like even if you roll up, you have to get it anyway. One day, I don't even remember what the concert was, but there was some big show that they were like letting all the tickets loose at a specific time, but it was like Ticketmaster doing it. It wasn't like the arena or anything, and there was just a huge line of people who came to the place to pick it up, but we didn't even sell tickets, so you'd have to everyone was just waiting in line to use a Ticketmaster kiosk right up front. But it was really chaotic between all at least I don't know, hundreds of people probably lining up to use a kiosk, and then getting phone calls.
Yeah.
Of like, I'm trying to buy the ticket. I mean, like, you got to go to anywhere else but here. I don't have it.
Do you think that people would complain more or less if like they had that whole Taylor Swift kerfuffle where not as many people who wanted to go see Taylor Swift were able to buy tickets for her tour this summer? Like if they just did it all physically, they just were like, fuck it. Like people
standing in line.
People are bitching about the online queue, so we're gonna open up.
They're going to scalp physical tickets then. Then it'll be more difficult.
Well, but it would at least scalpers would have to be like regulars, and you wouldn't be able to multiply your advantage via bots, right? Like, so if you were going to buy a shit ton of tickets and there was a ticket limit, then you would just have to have that many more physical scalpers. So like basically you just be.
I think you're accurately describing the late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah. So just go back to that. Like, obviously people would bitch because they'd be like, the fuck, I can't get it on my phone now. Can't get it on a computer. This sucks. I have to go to a place and buy them. But on the other hand, you're like, well, yeah, but then the people who are the most passionate are probably going to be the ones that are waiting outside to go buy tickets. So at the very least, you'd have some level of like, well, were you sit outside for 2 days passionate? Because Janine was, and she's going to see Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Damn right I am.
Damn, Janine. She's spicy.
She is.
We did a test to find out if we could manipulate international secondary sales markets on ticket sales. So it's like basically like nobody wants to be left holding the bag as a band charging too much for your tickets, right? So that's why everybody underprices their tickets, and then they allow your stub hubs to like scoop them all up, and then they all are shocked, I tell you, when they go for $1,000 or $1,200 or whatever.
Well, because the bands don't get any of that money.
Correct. But they do get merch and all.
But
Right.
they don't.
But
Okay.
yes, correct, because the band knows that where they make their money is in the merch sales and that kind of stuff. But we were able to, in about 30 minutes, using a VPN, we did 4 times. We went to StubHub once, pretending to be in Singapore, and we checked the price. And then we pretended to be in Sweden, in Europe, or in US, in some other place. And then we went back to pretending to be in Singapore, and it was like 20% the prices had gone up.
Wow,
just by pretending to be from all those other places. So market manipulation, real thing.
For
That's-
you and yours.
You're welcome, The Strokes.
But they don't get that money because it's StubHub.
Nope.
Yep.
They
You're
sure don't.
welcome,
You're
guy
welcome,
who's
StubHub.
selling the Strokes.
Yeah.
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 Next time you want your ticket to be 20% more expensive.
I often think.
I just try to know the band.
Yeah, you should have heard the band before you buy tickets.
That's true.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying actually know people in the band. Say, hey, can you get me in?
Well,
So you just-
who hates that? Well, you say you like it. Who hates that?
That's true.
I mean, I actively turned down an opportunity. Like we talked a couple weeks ago, I went and saw a band, instantly fell in love with everything they're about, was invited backstage, and I was like, I
true.
do not want to be
That's
a
true.
newly minted starry-eyed fan. Have a good evening.
Yeah.
And I turned it down. That's another
That
great
seems like
story
a-
about me.
Yeah. Seems like a missed opportunity. I don't know. I feel like you should have done it.
I miss seeing the Galactic this weekend. Galactic and the Greyhounds and another band that I can't remember, and a Crawfish Boil that was happening all at the same time at the Empire.
So there was a lot of cool stuff
And
that we don't have a Brett report on.
No.
What were you doing? Were you doing something interesting at least?
What if you were there? What would it sound like? Hold on. Justin,
Yes.
call the helicopter that we have on call.
Oh, 5 minutes.
Take 5.
Hey, I'm Janine. I fly helicopters now.
spicy. We go now to Brett down on the ground at what definitely is the thing that he attended. What's up, Brett?
Hey.
How's that crawfish boil
Hey
going?
guys, as always, crawfish is pretty good. It's never as good as Louisiana crawfish, and we really, but the band. You're right, the band. We should talk about the band.
What-
Galactic is amazing.
What a weird time to neg crawfish in Texas, Brett. But I suppose you do you.
Yeah, that's
anyway, I'm going to crash this helicopter now.
Taking it down. We're going to hell.
Oh, goddamn.
It's Texas crawfish, but
Yeah.
We go down to to Congress. Congress isn't as cool as, Parliament and Funkadelic. But anyway, here's what Congress said.
Flashlight. Good times.
Yeah.
Good times. We're gonna go see JPEG Mafia and Danny Brown in October. Or no, August, I think.
I dare you to make less sense, my friend.
They have their new album, a joint album, Scaring the Hose. That's the name of their album.
I stand corrected.
Yeah.
You rose to
They're
the
gonna play.
occasion.
They're gonna play Stubbs.
nice. That's a good venue.
Yeah, I've not been there since. I've never been there when we weren't on stage.
I was about to say, I haven't been there since I played it 3 times.
Nice.
Come on, real quick. Just take a little dip your
Little
balls,
bit, little bit.
dip your balls in it. Come
Stubbs
on, man.
barbecue sauce.
I mean,
Yeah. No, that was
you played Stubbs
That's
3
facts.
times.
That's a fact. We were on
Wow.
stage 3 times.
On the big stage.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
big
yeah.
the main room.
Yeah. You didn't expect the answer to be a confident yes, did you?
Yeah, I was ready to hear whatever.
No,
was
I have a ton of fun memories of that. That was where my wife got a drink thrown on her because somebody was trying to throw a drink at Jason Calacanis, the VC,
Oh.
at the Stubbs the Stubbs VIP area.
up on the second level.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Why were they upset at Calacanis? Was it because he said,
He's chasing
in 15 years, I'm going to encourage my friend Elon Musk to charge for Twitter Blue?
It was a time traveler. It's just like, I'll get you now. It was like a real killing baby Hitler scenario, but with throwing a
Sneeches
drink.
get steeches.
Yeah. Fucking sneeches. These sneeches, man.
Yes,
that's gonna be
the Sky 5 was on that stage.
fun. Sky 5, yeah. We set the world record for
They
Sky
were
5.
sitting outside relaxing. They were in the backyard working out, practicing. Flying through the sky, jumping so high. 5 people are very happy right now.
No,
All right,
it was a good time.
Mission Control, are you there?
Do you want to say goodbye or?
Oh no, I just wanted to make sure you're there. These are white boys flying like Batman. We're gonna send it back to you.
Okay. Thanks.
Yep.
For...
Yep.
But
There it is.
All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining us. We're still in the pre-show green room, gray room holding thing for the Great Night program. Thank you for joining us. Hello, everybody. It's still April 25th, 2023. Thank you so much for joining me. Let's take a look at our Discord, discord.greatnight.tv, because that is where we've got our birthday borners. This is the part of the pre-show where you get to shout out your friends and loved ones. You just got to let us know in the Discord, discord.greatnight.tv. All right, since our last episode, we got a few here. Krug celebrating their birthday over the weekend. Happy birthday, Krug. Evil Fuzzy Bunny's birthday was on the 19th. Happy birthday, Evil Fuzzy Bunny. And C Demand was born on 420. Happy 420 birthday to C Demand. Thank you, everybody, for joining us in the birthday borner. Discord.greatnight.tv. Check out the birthday borner channel there and go do that thing over there. We're going to do a little bit of a critical racing theory. Actually, before we get into that, I want to remind everybody. Marbles is back. Marbles is back this week on Thursday, April 27th, 9 p.m. Eastern. New time. New day, really. The time's the same, but new. But new day. It's on Thursdays now. We're going to do the Marbles 100 this Thursday. We're going to do a 100 lap race, so make sure you get there on time because we're going to give out some points for that. So that's coming up on Thursday. And we talked about some racing stuff a little bit. The Blind Corners is updated for the upcoming Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Go to blindcorners.substack.com or check out Patreon, patreon.com/LFGX. I did a little podcast version of this of the Blind Corners thing this week, so it's only about 5 minutes, but it's nice. You get to hear a little bit of cool Eurobeat music and get some of my takes on what that's all going to be. Marbles.win/bet to enter that. All right, well, let's do a little bit of critical racing theory here. Finally, we are back with F1 racing. They are going back to Azerbaijan this week in Baku, another street circuit. Very difficult, very twisty, very tight. But we'll see. We'll see. Some news coming out of the race world. This is one. So France is having some protests at the moment because of the retirement, the retirement age being pushed up from 62 to 64 about a week and a half ago. And so there's concern that the French Union, the FNMECGT, may target, quote unquote, the Monaco Grand Prix, May 26th through 28th. They say 100 days of anger, 100 days to win. In May, do what you please. The Cannes Film Festival, the Monaco Grand Prix, the Rolando Garros Tennis Tournament, the Avignon Art Festival could end up in the dark. We won't give up. These are like energy workers, so they're saying they may turn the fucking power off at Monaco, which would be, I think that would be funny to see. Probably not great for the racing perspective. There was also some news out the other day about tires. About tires. Right now, you may know Pirelli, Italian manufacturer, provide all of the tires for Formula One, but the FIA, the motorsport body, opened up bids for other tire manufacturers for, any number of them. Michelin, the CEO of Michelin, responded to this like opening for bids, right? Like, hey, you can start, you can bid now. We're taking bids for 2026 and on. And Michelin CEO had an interesting quote. Let me see if I can get the exact quote here. But basically, the thing about the way that these tires are made is they're made to degrade. They're not made to last for as long as possible. They are actually specifically designed to be to degrade at a certain rate, to deteriorate at a certain rate, and ultimately to create tension, right? Like if you just have tires that last the whole goddamn race, then why would anybody change? But the CEO of Michelin is saying that the primary priority for the FIA is the quote improvement of the show. The secondary concern is drivability of tires. which is not what Michelin is interested in, apparently. Which doesn't make sense to me, right? F1 doesn't use tires the way like human beings do, you know. They could, you know, Waffleophagus is right. It's like they probably could make a tire that lasts the entire race. I'm sure that they could. I don't have any doubt. But at the same time, I don't think they don't want that for the show. They want the show to be a whole fun thing. The other big piece of news is that the format for this weekend is going to be different. Normally they do practices all on Friday. Saturday is practice and qualifying, and then Sunday's the race. But because there's a sprint race at Baku this week, they're changing up the format of the sprints so that the sprint race no longer determines the grid or the Grand Prix on Sunday, which is, I think that's a good thing. You're separating out this little mini race from the big race. There was this weird, if you squinted at it right, you could say, oh, well, the sprint is just like a prequel to the race because the results of the sprint are just how they start the race the next day. Now they've gotten rid of it. They're going to do a quali on Saturday for the Saturday sprint. They're going to do the Sunday quali on Friday. And it's a...
That word you keep using, quali.
Yeah.
I assume that's a qualifying round.
Qualification.
I believe that is the first time I've ever heard somebody use that just as a casual noun.
Oh.
Am I the only one? Jeff, have you heard quali before? Okay.
No.
Justin?
Justin, you're aware of the term quali?
The Pixar movie?
Have a quali? Talib
like-
quali?
Oh yeah. Like
Quali.
him, Black Star. You know him and Mos Def.
Yep.
Talib Kweli.
Yep. On Danger Doom?
Yep.
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 Okay.
Uh-huh. Yep. Freestyle, Bryce.
Quali. Quali. I love the quali. And follies. Quali follies.
No?
Is that a phone?
Hello.
Hi, it's me. You called Dial a Beat?
Yep.
Yep. Here's this licensed music with it's called Funky Fanfare. Here we go.
Okay. Click. Anyway, Bryce, what's up?
It's it's a staple of the stock music library. We use it a lot for Game School Remix.
Great. It's great.
It's
Not
No,
gonna lie.
Quali,
I
Wait,
definitely
the song
just
Quali is?
no, the thing he hummed.
What's Quali?
Well, it's short for qualifying. The qualifying round of the Formula One weekend.
Do people say it a lot, or is this a Bryce original?
No,
this
Are
is
we
what
getting
I'm
it
this
off
is what
the-
I'm bringing up is whether or not it's an actual
Brycer.
but I don't want to needle
it's
Bryce
so
too
common.
hard.
It's like the most common.
How
Yeah?
common?
So common. I'm hearing it for the first time
F1
today.
circles.
Yeah.
If you go to Reddit and just search Quali, there's just going to be a lot of results.
Yeah, you'll see. It's like short. It's just shorthand.
By the way, can I just tell you guys?
Yeah.
Fucking, I have continued to lurk in first impressions, and it is a psychological horror show.
Can't believe you're still doing
It
that
is
to
a
yourself.
I feel terrible.
You
It
should.
is actively degrading my soul. But
Are you winning? Because the whole reason you played this game is because you read the comments and you think, "Am I funnier than they are?" And
it's gone beyond that. No, that's roast me.
okay.
Roast me, I look for jokes of like, okay, what would be the meanest and funniest thing I could say about this person? First impressions, I'm like, what the fuck are they gonna say? Is it gonna be creepy? Is it gonna be weird? Is it gonna be mean? Is it just gonna be a compliment? Because sometimes it is just like first impression. It's they're always young women, and it's like a pretty young woman, and then it's like the first comment is just beautiful. But sometimes it's like, you're a 45-year-old divorcee. Get some fucking self-respect. And it's like, Jesus
Christ.
You never know.
Yeah.
Why would people put shit on there? Why?
Why do it to yourself?
Why do it? I don't know why. It's happening on the internet right now.
It's real.
Here's
It's
the
live.
real question: is have people infected it yet with AI-generated fake people?
Not that I can tell, but I mean, we're probably not.
But
far
how
off.
would you?
Why would
right?
you? Why would
Yeah,
you?
it would have to pass the Turing test. Although you will get yelled at if you put too many
work.
filters
Sorry.
on your photo. It'll be like, oh, you have fucking too many filters on. Like, I think you're insecure because you have too many filters. Because it's first impressions. There's no wrong answer to it.
It kind of makes me want to put like the most outrageous filters on everything, just like pixelated glitches around everything. Always.
You wouldn't get voted up. I wouldn't see you. You would you'd die anew. You'd flop, as the kids say on TikTok.
You know what? I not even for the Reddit. I just mean in life. If I could, I would have things glitching out around me at all times, holographically.
Just why?
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I would make me a monster man. I would just I'd be a monster
I
man.
like to
Yeah.
go outside
Yeah.
and look at the stars and look at the sun. That's
Let
right,
me
to go out
in
in the day and the night. I ain't never alone. I'm a monster man. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, good
I
times.
think we got it wrong.
What?
Don't
no
worry.
One, no one is
normal
quite
thing.
sure.
Anyway,
Whatever.
Bryce, what happened with the qualies?
Anyway, there are going to be 2 qualies this weekend. There's going to be one on Friday. That'll determine the Sunday race. And then there'll be a shorter one on Saturday to determine the Saturday sprint order, which is a little complicated, but I think it's better to keep them separate. You got to keep them separated, in the immortal words. All right, it is 7:10. Let's check out how everybody is doing. Brian, are you good?
I'm going to need a minute.
Okay, we'll give him a minute. So that's coming up this weekend. Check it out, Baku Grand Prix. If you want to get signed up for Blind Corners, blindcorners.substack.com, patreon.com/LFGX. Okay, great. There we go. Justin.
Yay.
All right, Jeff.
Already?
Annalisa.
I'm good.
And Brett.
Oh. Oh.
Crack fail.
I don't know my own strength.
Crack fail.
Wait.
Did you crack
There
the
we
whole
go.
tab off?
Yeah, no, I just bent it.
Oh, you bent
Hello,
it.
friend.
Woo.
Hello, friend.
Hello, friend. All right. Let's see who else. The chat room in our wonderful studio. There we go. Thank you so much for supporting us over on patreon.com/greatnight, PATR, eon.com/greatnight. I don't know why I was spelling. It's because I spelled LFGX earlier, and I was just in a headspace of spelling stuff. Patreon.com/greatnight. Let's see here. Okay, Brett, are you ready to do the thing?
Let's do it.
All right, I'm going to count you in
right.
just a second.
Oh, yeah. Let me put the headphones on.
Yeah, you should do that. And I should get my thing loaded up, too.
Okay.
Where's the... oh, there we go. Here we